Hey everybody, welcome back to the Pressing Matters. I'm Scott. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your support. Today I want to talk about a peak audio experience that I had with this record. The type of thing that only happens a handful of times in your life. The record is called Scarlatti Alla Scarlatti. It's by Livia Mazzanti, and it's an organ recording that is coming out on Bird Box Records in March. This is an advanced test pressing, very elaborate one. I don't want to fetishize the test pressing by showing you all the details, but it is called the Audiophile Archive Series Reference Test Pressing for First Galvanic Growth. It is a linen-bound magnetic closure that includes the disc, a book, and an envelope with a thank you from Lorenzo Vella, the recording engineer of this record. Everything is hand-signed and numbered. There was 20 made. There's no point in going over it visually because you can't get it. But based on what I heard here, organ fans are in for a big treat. And I'm an organ fan. Whenever I can, I hear a local organ, whatever town I'm in. If there's a recital, I go. If I'm traveling in Europe, I go. I've heard the organs in Paris, in Boston, in New York, and here in Miami as well. I collected many organ recordings as well. Some from EMI, who did a wonderful series of organ recordings. Mercury Living Presence, their recordings that are done in Paris and in New York are wonderful too. My favorite probably is this audiophile one called Magnum Opus from Wilson Audiophile. It's by James Welch. To me, that had been, and still may be, the perfect recording of the organ. But I think it's been supplanted by this. There's something about this that's different. The peak audio experience is something that disarms you, and that happened immediately. As soon as the first 30 seconds of this record had gone by, I dropped my pen and paper, and I stopped evaluating, I stopped analyzing, I stopped criticizing. There was nothing to criticize, really. I've never heard a better organ recording in my life. The marriage of the organ and the hall must be perfect, because oftentimes people will try to do organ recordings in huge churches. The reverberation time is just too much to deal with. Even Mercury had trouble with this. I have this one Mercury here. I have all of them, but this one was done in St. Thomas Church. And if you've ever been in there, it's massive. So dealing with reverberation is a challenge even for the most talented engineer. Well, Lorenzo Vella recorded this analog start to finish, and it's recorded in Scarlatti Hall. It's called Scarlatti Alla Scarlatti by Livia Mazzanti. It's transmutations, as she calls them, of Scarlatti sonatas from harpsichord to organ. It's wonderful. Musically, the program is fascinating, just fascinating. Never anything but absolutely beautiful. The sound also. But what really sets this apart is the feeling of being there. Now, I know this is a cliche. I've said it myself a few times. We've all heard it. It transports you to the space. Well, I guess all those other times I wasn't quite on the money, because this did it more than any other record. The feeling of being in this space is vivid and lifelike. I did a written review for Audiophilia. It was just published. In the written review, I give all the details, the miking, the details of the organ, all that stuff. It's much easier to compose a written review. When I do a companion video review, it's to give you the emotional aspect of it. So please refer to the written review for all the details about this magnificent recording. But one thing I will mention is they used a binaural microphone for one of the main microphones. There's 7. And the binaural microphone, if you don't know, is set up like a human head. So it receives the sound as if it was a person sitting there. And I think that's what made this so immersive. It feels just like you're sitting right there. All the ambient cues, the size of the hall, everything, the height, it's all there. It's all there in this recording. I couldn't believe it. It was over so soon. I was so immersed in this that when it reached the run-out groove, I was like, has 20 minutes gone by already? Oh my God. Fantastic. Fantastic. Musically, wonderful. Performance, perfection. Recording, stunning. Well, the presentation on this is gorgeous, but I'm sure that the regular release will be fantastic too. The record is challenging for any system, I think. The bass goes really low, of course, but it's clean. It's not blurry. And that's happened so many times on these organ recordings that are in big churches. It gets a little blurry. It's very hard for the performer to keep space between each note because everything's like echoing and blurring. So it's extremely hard to do, extremely hard to mic a pipe organ. It's just incredibly difficult. Lorenzo Vela did it. I don't know how he did it. You can read about it. I kind of explain it, and you can go on the website to read about it as well. But whatever he did, he created one of the best organ recordings I've ever heard. And that's saying something. I'm going to leave it at that. Please check out the written review. But I wanted to give you a firsthand reaction. I'm still reacting to it now. I couldn't play anything else after I played this record. It just sat with me, and I was like, what did I just hear? Remarkable. Absolutely remarkable. Until next time, I'm Scott for the Pressing Matters. Have a great day.